How's it going, everybody? I'm Steve, and welcome back. So tonight I want to share 8 titles I picked up probably within the last month and a half or so. As you know, a lot of you watched me do like Criterion Haul back in November. So I didn't share a lot of these because they're not Criterion related. But actually, 6 of these are Blu-ray and 2 are 4K. So I'm really excited to share these with you, and let's see what I got. Okay, so I'm going to show the poster on my left, and they'll be numbered 1 through 8, but these are not ranked. I just have basically I just picked like my favorite. They're all my favorites really, but the one I wanted to talk about first and just kind of go from in that order, just the ones I wanted to talk about the most. But this first title is actually one I've actually owned on DVD. I've had it on Blu-ray, and when I saw this got a 4K release, I definitely had to pick it up again. But it's from 1979 from director Alan Arkish. The movie is Rock and Roll High School. This is a classic movie. Like I said, I've watched it so many times. I've actually watched it like 3 times already. Once on 4K, once on Blu-ray. There's like 5 commentaries on this. I've listened to 2 of them so far. So that's how much I love this movie. But it's starring P.J. Soles, Vince Van Patten, Clint Howard, Ron Howard's younger brother. Has Day Young. Has the Ramones. It has the Rio Don Steele. He plays Screamin' Steve in the movie. He was a radio DJ in Los Angeles for years. And it also has another famous radio DJ from LA, Rodney Bingenheimer. So I love this. It's featuring the Ramones, like I said. You'll see Rodney Bingenheimer bring the Ramones up to the movie theater when they're in like a convertible with the Ramones in the convertible. He's the driver there, but just classic. If you know, back in the 70s and 80s, these radio DJs were really famous. All right, so the second title is actually 50 years old now, from 1974. It's from director Francis Ford Coppola, and the movie is The Conversation. This has the great Gene Hackman, one of my favorite actors. John Cazale, if you've seen like the first 2 Godfather films, he was in that. And Dog Day Afternoon, he was in that one as well. It has Sidney Williams, if you've seen Laverne and Shirley, she was in that on that show. And it has Harrison Ford, a really young Harrison Ford. So great movie. This is actually one I actually saw for the first time like earlier this year. So it's amazing. It took me 50 years to finally see the movie, but I think it's a great one. It's probably maybe my 3rd favorite from Francis Ford Coppola, behind the 2 Godfather films, but. Classic movie. I was glad to pick this one up on Blu-ray. Okay, so this 3rd film is actually from 1984. It's from director Wes Craven. The movie is A Nightmare on Elm Street. This one actually came a little bit late in like an early November, just past Halloween. I was happy to get it. Amazon took a while to get it here, but obviously it has Heather Langenkamp, John Saxon, the great Robert Englund, has Johnny Depp. I think this may have been is actually his first film. But I was excited to get this one. This one actually has a digital code, so you'll probably see me give that away probably sometime very soon. But excited to get this one again. This is actually the only one I actually own on the franchise. I used to have this one on DVD, got rid of it, and then when I saw it got a 4K release, I definitely had to pick it up. All right, so this 4th title is actually have an anniversary as well, from 1984. It's from director Joe Dante, and the movie is Gremlins. A lot of you know that I just recently did my non-traditional Christmas movies countdown, and I didn't include this one because I didn't have it yet. I actually had to go like out this past weekend, and I found it used for a really good price on Blu-ray. I know this one has a 4K release now, but when I saw it on Blu-ray, I definitely had to pick it up. But this one's really exciting, though. It's been so long since I've seen this one. Just a classic film from when I was a kid, basically. I think it was like 11 years old when this was released originally. But it has obviously a great cast here. It has Phoebe Cates and Zach Galligan, Hoyt Axton. Actually, this one also has the real Don Steele was in it as well. You don't see him in the movie, but he's like a radio DJ. He's called Rockin' Ricky. I love that character. If you listen to one of his lines in the movie, I think the Gremlins just kind of give a spoiler, but they get into his radio station. You just hear him on the radio where he says, "Hey, you're not a Rockin' Ricky fan." And I love that scene. It's just one of the funniest scenes. It's very subtle. If you have to really kind of listen to pick up on it, but I love that scene. So this 5th title is actually one I don't know if I had ever seen the whole movie before. This one's from 1991. It's from director Oliver Stone. The movie is The Doors. Very interesting movie. It's kind of a long movie, but I like this quite a bit, though. It has definitely kind of an art house kind of feel to it, but it's obviously starring Val Kilmer as Jim Morrison in the movie. It has Meg Ryan, Kevin Dillon, Kyle MacLachlan from the Twin Peaks movies, and also Frank Whaley. Has Kathleen Quinlan. She's really good in the movie. Really interesting. She looks great in the movie, but this one I enjoy this quite a bit. like I said, I thought I had seen it before, but really when I watched it, it was like, I don't remember much of this. I knew a lot about the band, so I knew a lot of the scenes that were happening in the movie, but I just couldn't remember actually ever seeing the movie. Okay, so this fifth title is actually one I bought used. I traded in some movies and got it for free. Basically, it's an Arrow title, and this one and the Gremlins title are the only ones that are used in this particular haul. But this one's from 1985. The movie is called RE-ANIMATOR. This one's from director Stuart Gordon. Has Jeffrey Combs, Barbara Crampton's in this movie. She looks really great in the movie. David Gale, Bruce Abbott. This one, when I watched it, I said I could not remember much of this movie. I think I had seen it before, but definitely bits and pieces of it looked familiar, but a lot of it didn't look familiar. I forgot how the movie ended, so I'm pretty sure I've never seen it. Maybe just little parts of the movie, but it's actually based on an H.P. Lovecraft story, and I thought it was really interesting. It's basically it's not a zombie film, but it's kind of in that vein, sort of. But I enjoyed this one quite a bit. It had like 2 sequels I've never seen before for sure. Okay, so this 7th title was released in 2024 in the U.S. It may have gotten a 2023 release outside of the U.S. because it's like an Australian movie, but this one was really interesting. I had not seen any trailers for it at all at the time, but the movie is called Late Night with the Devil. This one is it's co-directed by I think it's 2 brothers, Colin and Cameron Carnes or Carnes. It has David Dastmalchian, Ian Bliss, and Ingrid Torelli. Interesting movie. It has a very 70s look to it. It's supposed to take place during that period. This late night talk show host is up against Johnny Carson, trying to beat him in the ratings, whole thing, and it's got a very evil kind of backstory to it, and it's very interesting. Some of the stuff they did with the special effects were kind of interesting at the time. This one it also has a 4K release. I don't know necessarily if you need to have it on 4K. It has a very grainy kind of look that's made to look like a 70s production. So let me know in the comments what you think of it on 4K, if you liked it on that. If it was definitely if you felt like it was like necessary to buy it on 4K. I felt like just buying it on Blu-ray was fine. It has a commentary by the lead actor in the movie. I think the one in Australia has the brothers do a commentary on it. So I was happy to get him since he's the main star of the movie. Okay, so this last title is definitely going to be polarizing for some people because I know I love this movie, but I know other people that didn't like the movie. But it's from 2024, and the movie is Long Legs. This one's from director Osgood Perkins. He's the son of Anthony Perkins, the guy from Psycho. Very interesting. I thought he did a good job in this movie. It has an interesting cast. It has Nicolas Cage plays a very strange character in this movie. Micah Monroe, Blair Underwood's in this movie. I haven't seen him in quite a while. Has Alicia Witt. I love this one. Like I said, I did like an Ala Theater reaction to this movie. And I loved it, but I know it's definitely a weird movie. I actually liked it more the second time I saw it, and it has a commentary by the director on it. So it's something worth definitely checking out. If you kind of liked it in the theater, it might be one you want to pick up again. But when I saw it was getting released on Blu-ray, I had to pick it up. Okay, everybody, I really appreciate you watching this video. Definitely leave in the comments. Let me know if you own any of these movies. Do you own them on 4K? Do you have them on Blu-ray, DVD, whatever? If you like these movies, definitely let me know if you like them. The last 3 I know are definitely going to be the polarizing movies. That's why I kind of left them at the end there. But I love all these movies. I'm a big fan of movies overall, and I have definitely a variety of tastes. But please, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider doing that. Please put a thumbs up on this video, and everybody have a great one.